Hello, my name is Kate Wimette, and this is the presentation of our research project titled Dietary Intakes in Young Adults Are Low in Fiber and Whole Grains and High in Sodium and Added Sugars. Here are our disclosures. The objective of this study is to examine differences in dietary intakes among a diverse group of young adults and to compare intakes with current dietary guidelines for Americans. Our study design was cross-sectional. In order to be included in our study, you had to be 18 to 30 years old, healthy, and free of GI issues. Our study included 78 participants, 56% of which were men, with an average age of 22 plus or minus 3 years. Also included in this table are the average dietary intakes. Data was collected via 3 consecutive 24-hour dietary recalls using the Nutritional Data System for research. Food and nutrient intake values across all 3 recalls were averaged. To create our DRI groups, cutoffs for low, adequate, and high groups were determined using DRIs from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Presidential Council on Sports and Fitness Nutrition and the NIH Nutrient Recommendations and Databases. We use chi-squared and Fisher exact tests and independent sample t-tests to do our analysis. Here is a breakdown of our participant self-reported ethnicity. As you can see, most of our participants were white non-Hispanic and Asian non-Hispanic. Here is graphical representation of the percent of participants within each DRI adherence groups. Blue bars represent intake below the DRI, green intake that meets the DRI, and purple intakes above the DRI. We found that food and nutrient intakes did not differ between race and ethnicity groups. As shown in this table, you can see the count of participants within each DRI adherence group for every race and ethnicity. As we look all the way to the right at the p-values on the table, you see that there are no statistical significant differences. Here we present the significant differences of food and nutrient group intakes between men and women. As you can see, sodium, carbohydrate, calories from protein, and fiber all had significant differences between male and female groups. We concluded that participants consumed sodium, carbohydrate, and added sugar intakes above the DRI and fiber and whole grain intakes below the DRI. Men consumed higher dietary intakes of sodium, carbohydrates, percent calories from protein, and fiber compared to women. Adherence to DRI for food and nutrient groups did not differ by race and ethnic groups, suggesting that participants across all race and ethnicity groups consumed similar intakes of sodium, added sugar, carbohydrates, calories from protein, and whole grains.